The Millennium Falcon left Kessel to come face to face with the Star Destroyer. Han Solo says, "I've got a bad feeling about this. They've already launched their TIE fighters, Chewie. Standard Imperial tactics. They'll use the TIE fighters to get behind us and sandwich us between the Star Destroyer and the TIE fighters." In Sri Wook, Chewbacca yells, "What are we going to do?" And Han says, "We're headed straight into the Maelstrom." Han calls back to Kira and Beckett, who are manning the gun turrets. "Shoot as many TIE fighters as you can, until I tell you to stop, and then don't fire another blast." "Alright, Chewie, on my mark, I want you to fire everything at your disposal at the asteroid in front of us. I also want you to release the escape pod." Chewbacca asks Han why the escape pod, and Han says there'll need to be some wreckage with the explosion. Han sees the perfect spot to hatch his plan. "Okay, this is it, Chewie. As soon as I round this asteroid, fire at the next one in front of us. Beckett and Kira, as soon as you see an explosion, stop firing immediately." A large fireball erupts from the asteroid in front of them, and Kira and Beckett stop firing. Han Solo flies directly into the fireball, and then pulls up and out. Chewbacca yells, and Han responds, "I can't believe we made it either. If I have to be honest, I almost lost it in the explosion. Now, let's find a place to hide." Han parks the Falcon between two asteroids and shuts down everything on the ship except life support. For a while, they see TIE fighters flying around, but they don't detect anything. And after Han is sure that they're gone for good, he yells back to everyone, "Okay, the coast is clear for now, but the Empire won't give up that easily. There's a deserted planet nearby that I can't even find the name for. I say we go there and lay low for a day." That night on the deserted planet, the crew sits around the fire, reveling in the fact that they pulled this off, and that they're going to be rich. Beckett says, "That was some impressive flying, Han. Not just the maneuvering, but the strategy behind it. I'm gonna miss working with you when this is all over." Han and Chewie give each other a sideways look, and Han says, "Well, maybe our paths will cross again someday. It's too bad that Lando can't be out here with us." Beckett says, "No, it's better that he rests. Taking a blaster bolt to the shoulder can take a lot out of you." And Han says, "We should all get some rest. There's something I want to show you in the morning." The next morning, Han and Chewie take Kira and Beckett to a ridge overlooking an outpost. Beckett says, "I don't get it. It's just a run-down old outpost. It doesn't even have a spaceport. What do you want us to do with this place?" Han stands up and says, "Considering it's the only settlement on this side of the planet, I expect you to walk there and probably live there for a while. Don't bother pulling your blasters. We disarmed them last night while you were sleeping." Shocked, Kira says, "Han, What are you talking about? We're your partners. You can't just leave us here. Han says, save it, Kira. I had you made from the moment I laid eyes on ya. The last time I saw you, you betrayed me for money. And then all of a sudden you appear in my life again and offer me the job of a lifetime. I would never trust you again in the first place. And then you throw on top that cockamamie story about how Beckett smuggled you off the planet. Everybody knows there's only two ways off of Corellia. The Empire, or with the permission of one of the crime lords. The biggest giveaway was when you had Moloch appear to support your cover story and perform a fake attack on the Falcon. Kira asks, what will you do then, Han? Just leave us here? Are you gonna abandon Lando too and take all the profit for yourself? Han says, no, Lando isn't a part of your betrayal. We'll split the profit 3 ways. Beckett says, you know I'm gonna come for you, Han, once I get off this planet. There won't be anywhere in the galaxy that you'll be able to hide. Han laughs and says, oh, I'll be waiting for you, Beckett. But considering the only transport that comes to this planet is a supply train that only comes by once a year, I won't be expecting you anytime soon. And then Beckett laughs. I've got to admit, kid, I wouldn't expect you doing something like this. And Han responds, well, Beckett, I always like to shoot first. That way I don't get shot.